Today we're going to talk about the 5 keys to getting loan forgiveness if you are a business owner of a business that has employees. The Paycheck Protection Program, known as PPP, is part of the CARES Act. Everyone was scrambling to try to get money. Now, most of the folks that wanted money have received it. And by the way, if you have not, there are still billions out there of PPP loan money available. If you want to go get it, it's yours. But most of the companies that wanted this money, now they have it and they're trying to figure out what to do with it. So I'm here to give you tips for how to spend that money and get your loan forgiven. Number 1, know the rules. So there's the 75-25 rule, 75% on payroll, no more than 25% on utilities. Utilities count as rent, general utilities, there's a long list, and also mortgage interest. Number 2, document and track everything religiously. Ideally, you would have had all the money go to a new account, and the only transactions out of that account are the transactions that are allowed to be forgiven. That's the easiest way to do it. If not, at a minimum, you need to have a spreadsheet documenting every single expense showing how you spent the money such that it should all be forgiven. Number 3, you cannot cut any employee's pay by more than 25%. If you do, however, as long as you get them back to within 25% of what their pay was by June 30th, then you're golden. So what does it mean to get an employee's pay back to within 25% of what they were by June 30th? That's kind of weird and specific, right? People aren't paid every day. They're paid whenever their payroll is due, paychecks are due. So what I think probably is the easiest thing to do is that last pay period, whatever the last pay period of the month you have, or the last pay period of your 8-week covered period, if it doesn't end conveniently on June 30th, you need to have your employee back to within 25% of what they were at by that time. Quick point on this issue, employees being within 25% of what they were making. A lot of people are asking, if I hire a new employee, do they have to be within 25% of what the old employee was? No, you don't have to rehire your old employees. You can hire new employees and pay them less. This only applies to if you keep the same person on the payroll that was previously on the payroll, and now you've cut their pay, you got to get them back to within 25% by June 30th. Rule number 4, and this is a big one for businesses that have employees. You must get your full-time equivalence level to the same level it was at during the comparison period that you chose. So there's several different comparison periods you can choose. Now the comparison period can be either February 15th, 2019 through June 30th, 2019, or January 1st, 2020 through February 29th, 2020. Just like with the 25% rule, you have to have that level back by June 30th. So this means, as a practical matter, you could wait until the end of your period, and as long as by June 30th you've got your FTEs back, that's all you've got to show. Now, is that more risky than doing it the whole time? I guess it's a little bit more risky, but literally the law says that's what you can do. Of course, the SBA issues new rules almost every day. Here's a huge one, number 5. If you are an owner-employee, you cannot pay yourself more than what you paid yourself in an 8-week period during 2019. This is a brand new rule that they rolled out as part of the loan forgiveness application. The SBA has never even addressed that they added this new rule in, but it's really important. And if you are an owner employee that was planning on paying yourself more than you got in an 8-week period in 2019 with the PPP loan, you're going to have to find another way to spend that money if you want the loan to be forgiven. Feel free to go to the CEOattorney.com to read the library of blogs I've written about Payroll Protection Act issues, and if I can be helpful, reach out. Also, subscribe to this video if you'd like to hear more about topics like this.